Hello and welcome to another video. Now remember last time we were out in the wildlife garden, it was around early spring and there were loads of blossom in the garden. It's really beautiful and really lush. Well now of course it's midsummer, so things are a bit different in the garden now, so come and take a look at the garden now. Let's go. Oh, by the way, do you like the hat? How about the shirt? Oh, come on, let's go. See you around, partner. Well, there it is. There's the difference. Look at that. By the way, don't run the beans. Look. And a water feature we got now. Oh, and tomato plants as well. And for your veg. We're growing our own veg this year. It's doing really well. Peas and purple sprouted broccoli. This is because the cabbage whites are trying to get at my broccoli. Keep away. Now the flag iris was in beautiful yellow flower, but now of course it's in pod, and look at the size of these pods. Oh, we've had the pond then. Look at these. Right there, look at those. They're like peppers or something out of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Do 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 do. Now look down here, you'll see loads and loads of nettles, and just as long as you don't get stung, actually I recommend nettles in the garden because they are food plants for a lot of our butterfly species. The caterpillars of small tortoise shells, peacock, red admiral, some painted ladies will also use them, the comma. There's quite a few butterflies that will use them. Down here's a spider that's caught something. The Ramblin' Erector has finished flowering now. It's been chopped right back, look at that. It grows like wildfire, but it's really good for lots of insects. Aphids love it, which means ladybirds love it too. And here in the pond, wait to see this, this is fantastic. He says, down here, look at this stuff. This is creeping Jenny. And it's a beautiful plant, ground covering plant, and it grows near ponds. It does really well near ponds. And just look at these gorgeous yellow flowers. Look at that. Let's get close. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that. Vibrant yellow and absolutely beautiful. And also growing with these are these really useful clover. This is the white version. Beautiful. We have got purple clover somewhere in the garden. We did have. And bees love it. So it's really good for your bee population. And down here in the pond we have a, oh look, we have a sunfly. Oh, we did have a sunfly. Sorry mate, scared him off. There's a plant here I want to show you. If you look closely, you might see something floating around in the water. Can you see it or not? Maybe you can't. There it is. It's here. There it is. There. I'll get one out to show you clearly. This is a water soldier plant. It's a really clever plant because what it does in the summer, it floats on the top of the water, but when the temperature cools later in the year and the pond gets a bit chilly, this will actually sink to the bottom and stay there all winter, protected of course from the frost then, and then come popping up again in the spring. Water soldier, beautiful. And I can see some creatures on it. Ah, wonderful. Look at these. Look at that. Pond leeches. Don't go they're beautiful. Now these are quite safe to touch because these feed on detritus. That's the posh word for all the stuff that lives at the bottom of the pond, the dead vegetable and animal matter, and they feed on that too. As there's another creature in the pond which I can't find at the moment, the pond slater has a bigger relation called the sea slater. That one particularly I think bites, but this one doesn't really bite. They also feed on detritus, and actually they have a relation on land, which you will have in your garden, which is the woodlouse. So their cousins are on land and they're in the water. Put this water soldier back in the pond. Splash. These lilies are everywhere, look at that. But they're very useful. Look at, now look, Leech City, look at it, look at it. Whoa, it's not gross, it's beautiful. You should love your leeches, they're wonderful things, look at that. And as I said, they're perfectly harmless to touch because they do not suck your blood. Look, 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 I'll prove it. Look, leeches. Just kidding, they're fine. I'll put it back in the pond now. There you go, get back in the pond, guys. There's a little worm that lives in the pond. On there, can you see it like a little tiny snake? That's new actually around here. You see, this really is a wild area, garden. You give a low shot, look at that. This is brilliant for wildlife. This is just what they need, hedgehogs and all the other little creatures, and insects of course, which are really important. And look at this, this is lovely, I love it. Look at this. This is dock leaf, all the seeds, look at that, which means they're going to get lots of dock next year. Great for the dock shield bugs. Or in America, sting bugs, same thing. Isn't that beautiful? That is clematis. And I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, I mean, come on. Isn't that lovely? Bees love it. Moths love it. I love it. We all love it. And I think it loves the cherry tree because it's growing in amongst all the leaves of the cherry tree. Look at that. Wow, beautiful stuff. Hear that? House sparrow. Morning. Lovely. Nice dense habitation in there. Oh, look at that. You can go in there and do a David Bellamy. Here in the grasses we can find all kinds of wonderful plants. This is great. Look at this. Lovely, lovely nettles there for the butterflies. Oh, I'm going to get in there and get all mucky. I'm a great fan of David Bellamy. Oh, lavender, look at this. Whenever I see lavender, I have to rub the leaves and have a sniff. Oh, wow. It's beautiful. And the tiny little flowers on lavender. Look at those. Can you get them in focus? Come on, you can do it. There's a bigger plant here I want to show you. Up here. This black night buddleia. Now this has the most amazing flower. Look at these. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Butterflies, hoverflies, honeybees, bumblebees, you name it, they suck on it. And if you give this a sniff, it's going to be, oh, it's beautiful. It just got that, it's got an amazing slight honey smell to it. It's beautiful stuff. I can see why the insects love it. Get a buddleia in your garden. Actually, black knight is a particularly good one to get because they really do go mad over it. But you can see how the garden's changed since spring. New plants have come out. There's always something here for the butterflies. There's a cabbage white, keep away from my broccoli. Oh, hang on, there's a new feature. Down here, pile of rocks. Now that's great for insects and for amphibians to crawl underneath. And in fact, there's a few spiders on there as well, for food as well. So that's a new feature, a little rock pile there. Look at this. This is Solitude Bees. Look at them. There's one already in the hole. Can you see those leaves? They have sealed the entrances in there. There's one in there now. Be had in a minute. Isn't that beautiful? what they do is they go in there, they lay an egg with a ball of pollen, seal that piece off, and continue the process till they get to the end of the log here, and then they seal the whole thing off and leave it and go away. Solitude bees are really safe to have in your house because they won't sting you, because there's no need to, there's no nest to defend. They're beautiful. Take a closer look at this one. Look at that. Solitude bee at work. Isn't that beautiful? Bit of a zoom there. There you go. Look at that. I thoroughly recommend getting these for your garden. As I say, they are perfectly safe. Trust me, it wouldn't be this close if it wasn't. There we are, the wildlife garden in midsummer. Wasn't it lovely? I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, don't forget, wildlife gardens are really useful because they're very good for wildlife conservation, particularly your local wildlife, of course. So do consider a wildlife garden. How's it going to be very big? Really small? I mean, you could have a tiny little garden and still have a wildlife patch, and it would make a difference. Can you imagine if only a quarter of this country had a wildlife garden? We would have a massive nature reserve. We really would. So give it some thought, please. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe. Please, it would be really nice if you could do that. So it's goodbye from him. Goodbye. It's goodbye from me. See you next video. Bye. Thank you for watching.